Welcome to our channel. Today, we're exploring one of the most pivotal reforms of the 20th century, Perestroika. Introduced by Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, Perestroika aimed to reshape the Soviet Union's economy and political system, ultimately changing the course of history. Let's dive in. Mikhail Gorbachev became the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union in 1985. He inherited a country in economic stagnation, with a rigid political system and a population yearning for change. Gorbachev believed that the Soviet Union needed radical reforms to survive and thrive in a rapidly changing world. Perestroika, which means restructuring in Russian, was Gorbachev's ambitious policy of reform. It focused on restructuring the Soviet economy by introducing elements of market economics, such as limited private ownership and decentralization of economic management. Perestroika also included political reforms to reduce the Communist Party's control over government affairs. The economic aspect of Perestroika aimed to improve productivity and efficiency. For decades, the Soviet economy had been centrally planned, with little room for innovation or entrepreneurship. By allowing more autonomy to state-owned enterprises and encouraging small-scale private businesses, Gorbachev hoped to invigorate the economy. But Perestroika wasn't just about economic changes. It was closely linked to another reform known as glasnost, or openness. Glasnost allowed for more freedom of expression and transparency in government. For the first time in decades, Soviet citizens could openly criticize the government and discuss political and social issues. Perestroika and glasnost had far-reaching effects beyond the Soviet Union. These policies contributed to the thawing of Cold War tensions, leading to a series of negotiations and treaties between the USSR and the United States. The reduction of nuclear arsenals and the easing of geopolitical tensions marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War. The ripple effects of Perestroika were felt across Eastern Europe, where communist regimes began to crumble under pressure from reformist movements. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 became a powerful symbol of the collapse of Soviet influence in Eastern Europe and the spread of democratic ideals. However, Perestroika also brought significant challenges. The reforms led to economic instability, shortages of goods, and increased political unrest. Many Soviet citizens faced hardships as prices soared and employment became uncertain. These economic difficulties, coupled with a surge in nationalist movements, ultimately contributed to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. Perestroika's legacy is complex. While it aimed to save the Soviet Union, it instead accelerated its collapse. Yet, it also paved the way for the emergence of new democracies in Eastern Europe and a more open global dialogue. Today, Perestroika is remembered as a bold experiment that reshaped not just the Soviet Union, but the entire world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into world history and politics.